do here? Let's
Come on, get out of the footage, Susie. So you're just loosening those up?
Yeah, I gotta separate the two halves of the vacuum cleaner. This one didn't come out right.
I feel like that top piece just pulls apart for some reason.
No. This comes right off.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Yeah, the trim. It's one of the trim pieces. You just don't want to lose one of these screws. Sometimes they'll stay in there, sometimes they don't. That was a small one here. Small one, yeah. Okay. Yeah. I don't remember if I got them all already or not. Let's see. That might be all the way up. Just double check all the holes. There's so many freaking screws in here. Yep, that's all of them.
So what was the hardest part of this, getting this thing apart?
Not breaking the trim. Because on one of the sides I did break it. So that's this side. Yeah, I'll do this side so you can see it. This is the one that I broke just a little bit. Actually, where is it? I don't even see where I broke it a little. Thought it was at the bottom. So you gotta just pay attention to these clips, which way to pry them out. Is this one even? Yeah, like, because these go and push up and in, but these go down and push down and in. So here I had to pry up, there I made sure I pry it down.
But there's no screws.
Just try to figuring out which way the pieces clipped in was pretty tough. And I'm taking this back apart now because
The ribbon.
I forgot to make sure this ribbon came through for the control.
So before you do that, right here, so the easiest part.
So you got and to take this off, I had to pull the cord out a little bit, just so. And then the other hard part was getting the terminal connectors off of the board for the new motor. So now for the new motor, I also had to, there's 3 more, 1, 2, 3 more screws that come out. Four. This is one that I missed. So first time I did it, I saw these 3 and then I missed it. There was a hole in here. So 4 screws. This pops right off. There's a little, actually I got a new one with the new motor, I thought. There's a little leak damper, a little piece of foam, that just dampens vibration in there. But, yeah, the hardest thing was probably this board. Slides right out. And then I had to take a small flathead screwdriver to kind of pry the terminal connectors off from blue wires.
Before you popped it out or after?
In order to put the new motor on.
Oh, yeah.
The other thing is, okay, so there's 2 wires coming out of the motor. They're both blue. One's long, one's short. The old motor was the same. I had a long and a short wire. I just put the long one to the board where the long one went and a short one to where the short one went. Underneath this gasket here, this also goes over to the control board. I don't know, it's a long hose with a spring in it. Just pay attention to where it was stuck onto. It's just stuck onto a little plastic post sticking up here. And I don't know what that does. But then, just put this gasket back on. Yeah. So pretty much every screw that you find, you have to take out. Some of them, they don't come out all the way, like these ones that I just did from the bottom to take that little handle off. They were going through the top of the shell, so some of them stay in, some of them come out. I think, I don't know, for me, it's somewhat self-explanatory which ones, which holes are going to take the bigger threaded screw or the smaller threaded one. But yeah, so now I was taking this apart because I got to go and make sure I put the ribbon on, ribbon through. Got the wires back here. Actually, there's too much cord. There it was. I was getting caught up over there. Yeah. I think when I put this back together last time, I was getting caught up on this gasket too. I had to kind of like push it back from where the bag goes. Oh, that ribbon. Don't pinch anything. There we go. Ribbon's coming through. Setting back on. I can put all these freaking screws back in. I think everything's looking good. Let's retract. Yeah, one of the other things was in the order. It's important to know which order things go. So this ribbon plugs in to your control panel here. It can only go in one way because there's a couple of slots in here. It can only plug into it one way. When when you have like the filter door has to go on before this panel goes back on because that's what holds your hinges, okay. In there. A couple of things where I gotta pay attention when I put it back on, make sure I do it in the right order. And yeah, I'll do those button things after. Let's see, some of these still have
screws in
them, right? I thought I felt it. Nope, that one didn't have it in there. That's a small one. Bottom. Where'd I put that other trim piece? I think it's way over there. Oh, my bad. See? I'm rushing and I just missed something. Where'd that piece go? I see it. This bumper on the front has to go on before that trim piece that I was just putting on. And you can see the top has a couple of slots cut out.
Was that hard to get off?
No.
No.
No, this came right off. I didn't have any issues with that. Now I can tighten that piece back on.
That's the screw that didn't come out.
One of them fell out. Yes, and these are the small ones. On the front two, they're the small ones.
How do you usually like organize your screws?
For this job, I just throw them in a bucket. But usually, you know, I will. I'll do something. I can either take pictures. You know, you can draw just a crude drawing of, you know, whatever it is you're working on, and then kind of just set the screws down on a piece of paper. You know, like in the area that you took them away out from. I don't know, get number. You can do all kinds of things, however you want. But I think these are pretty self-explanatory. I can tell that, you know, hey, this is a smaller hole. It's gonna take a smaller screw.
Right. Yeah.
And I don't know. I don't think this vacuum's gonna fall apart even if I miss one of the screws.
Probably not, but.
I want to do the door, right?
Did you have to do that front hose first?
That's what. Yeah, that's what I'm doing. The door. Call it the door.
So that back piece didn't have any clips on it either, huh?
No, I don't even know why that's in like that.
Just
had one screw on it. It goes in before this.
And how difficult it was to take out the door part, this part here? Because that had...
So there was... It was like really easy. Well, once I realized what was going on. Because it does go up and stay in. I was working on some of these other holes where I didn't realize that I had missed a couple over here. If I had gone in the right order, it was real easy. So I'm going to clip this guy back in. So it's going to go this way. Before I put the screws in, there were 4 springs. These are where the power buttons and the cord retracting buttons are. I'm going to show you after how I took those out.